This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Hello, this is Agoro, host of the Agoro Show, and you are listening to the Steve and Crypto Show. So keep your ears open and your mouth shut.
Hey, welcome to the Steve and Crypto Show presented by thestevestrout.com. We are kicking off Halloween month. Finally, it's here. What episode number are we?
Well, first tell them who you are.
They already know who we are. They don't care.
Okay.
They're like, get to the Halloween shit.
That's always part of our introduction, but okay,
you
never mind.
You guys really need to know.
127 episodes in. I hope you know who we are by now.
You guys really need to know. I'm Steve.
I'm Crypto Zoo. We don't say that in a cocky way. But don't you know who we are by now? Anyway, welcome to part one of many, hopefully 4 episodes.
Hopefully 4.
Hopefully
At least
4.
2.
Yeah, we'll do what we can, but hopefully one of 4 episodes this month that are emphasizing the spooky entertainment, the spooky pop culture. I mean, our whole show is emphasizing that, but you know we like to amp it up even more in October, and we hope that you guys listening enjoy that. And you know what you can do to show that you're enjoying it and to show your appreciation for this show, to show that you love the Steve and Crypto Show? You can head over to buymeacoffee.com/SteveCrypto and go contribute. Anything you guys contribute helps out the show in many ways, more than you know. But I can tell you that it helps out with getting us to events, which we do have a lot of events coming up this month. It helps out with our gear and improving any microphones and things that break along the way. It helps out with our
breaks.
Yeah.
You got kids.
It helps out with our merchandise, with all sorts of different things. So again, buymeacoffee.com/SteveCrypto. Go check it out. And when you're done there, you can head over to Patreon and check out some exclusive content. We have like opening videos, opening up little nerdy toys and things that we've picked up. There are board game reviews. There's concert talk there. There's movie spoiler talk. If you want us to spoil the shit out of some movies that you have or haven't seen, go to patreon.com/SteveCrypto.
We need to ruin more movies for people.
Yeah, I enjoy doing that.
It's fun. Patreon's cool. It's a place where we like to kind of let you guys in to a little more of our world besides just interviewing guests and stuff, which is awesome.
We're not quite into Christmas season yet, but that spoiler talk, I know I shouldn't even say the C word. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that the spoiler talk kind of makes us bring out our inner Scrooge in a way, like we're walking up to you kids and being like, "Hey, Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father." I mean, you should already know that, but there's some spoiler talk. Sorry, it's been like 40 years, but sorry.
I think that's long enough. Long enough.
I hope I didn't ruin Star Wars for you.
I think Disney's doing that. But anyways,
but you know what? You can keep the positive Steve and Crypto contributions and all of the hype going by visiting us on social media and sharing things that we post. If you just want to follow CryptoZoo88 and the Steve Strout on X and Instagram and Facebook. I almost said Twitter there.
It still feels weird saying X.
It really does. But we're there. And, we really can't do all of this without you guys. I mean, we can, but it definitely helps if we have you guys like sharing things that we post and spreading the word. Like if you have friends that enjoy pop culture and horror movie talk and interviews, please just, pass a link along. Like just share the show any way you can. There's a million podcasts out there, so we appreciate any of you that have tried to highlight our podcast in any way. And of course, we have a Facebook group that we encourage you to join. Go there, contribute, post a clip of what you're working on. If you got a friend that's working on something, refer them to the page, have them join. There's almost 1,000 people in the group, and I bet they want to see what you're working on. And of course, we got to mention our friends at Halloween Shirt Company.
Definitely check them out, HalloweenShirtCompany.com. They have a collection of vintage style Halloween themed gear. It's the perfect time to get some. I bet if you go over there right now, they probably have a discount for first time buyers. And if you order it soon, you'll probably get it by Halloween so you can wear your new shit on Halloween.
Don't quote me, but I think the code you can use is give me that 25. That may be gone now that we're in a new month. Now that we're in October, it could be something different.
It could be different and you could be a liar.
Yeah. I might be lying to you right now.
Let's not deceive our listener. Let's not deceive that guy. Speaking of merch, we have merch.
We sure do. And you can find that merch at Etsy/shop/StevenCryptoMerch, or just go to Etsy and look us up. You'll find us. We have a magnet over there for your fridge that'll make that fridge look real nice. We have 2 different t-shirt designs. Go get them both. And we have, what else? Oh, we got a bitchin' coffee mug, of course.
Coffee mug. How could you forget
Maybe
about the
that was a
mug?
setup. Maybe that little pause was a setup
important...
because I'm looking at a coffee mug. And what do you think might be in it right now?
Well, you already went pee before we started, so it's not that. I'm guessing it's probably a new blend that we're trying from Expedition Roasters.
You hear that?
He's slapping his bag.
That's me slapping my bag. That's like when you walk into Home Depot and you got to walk up to the bags of bark. You're like, well, I'm going to get me some bark today. You know, that's what we all do when you walk into a hardware store, you know.
I've never done that.
A home and garden center? No.
No, I can't say I have.
No.
No.
Maybe it's just a dad thing. I find myself with time, like more and more dad things are popping into my life, and
maybe
am I supposed to fight
weird.
this, or am I supposed to just give into it? And this is what I am now.
Maybe there's just something wrong with you.
And I don't even buy bark. Why am I over there?
Slapping wood, okay.
Why am I in the garden center? I don't even buy bark. I'm not a gardening dude.
We go to the garden center because we have plants and stuff, but
I can't.
I go to Home Depot. I just go look at the Halloween decorations and that big fucking skeleton.
Sarah kills plants. I can't have real plants in my house.
No, get fake ones. We got some fake ones that look good.
Yeah.
That one right up there next to the TV.
Yeah.
That's fake.
Yeah.
Looks all right.
Those are all right. Yeah.
Those are all right. The little things next to it, those are fake.
But you know what ain't fake? This Expedition Roasters coffee in my cup.
Yeah, there you go. Let's get out of that fucking Home Depot talk. So what are we drinking?
All right. This week, we are drinking the Count's Strawberry Shortcake.
The Count,
I'm sorry, no, the Count's Straw Bloody Shortcake.
The Count, like a vampire?
Yeah.
Wow, perfect timing.
How many
that
cups?
We're drinking a vampire blend coffee in fucking Halloween time.
How many cups of coffee did you make? 1 cup, 2 cups, 2 cups of coffee.
I mean, it would have
Sorry, it's the dadism shit.
It would have been
it's
better.
Almost like Tourette's now.
Would have been better out of a Steven Crypto mug, but I didn't feel like doing dishes, so I busted out some Universal Monster mugs.
I think
it's acceptable. Too.
That'll pass. Yeah,
it's acceptable.
I think that'll work. So
where's that description? There's always a fun description on the Expedition Roasters wonderfully decorated bag.
I enjoy reading them. Again, the artwork is by Gavin Otison. Go check out his stuff online. I bet you can find him on Instagram. So, I mean, just go to Expedition Roasters on Instagram and you'll find his work.
You'll see, yeah.
So this one says, take a sip if you dare. A devious delight.
Oh, I dare.
In the Coffeeverse's northern realm, the Count discovers locals enjoying strawberry shortcake, sweetening their blood. He perfects a strawberry shortcake roast, commanding his assistant to promote it far and wide. Unbeknownst to them, drinkers are unwittingly enhancing their blood for the count. Drink if you dare.
So that's fucked up. He's tricking us with coffee so we taste better.
Yeah. Now I'm afraid to leave this room.
You know
I'm afraid the count's outside just waiting.
Little did he know I was already delicious. But no, this fucking this blend is good, man. I'm digging it. It's got a nice sweet that the after, like the strawberry don't hit you right away, but after you kind of get like that aftertaste, like kind of lingers. It tastes like legit, like fresh strawberry. It's not like you get like strawberry candy or something. It's kind of artificial tasting. This tastes good. This tastes like strawberry and coffee, which doesn't seem like it would be a normal combination, but it works. It works.
I dig it. Yeah. So make sure you head to expeditionroasters.com.
Join us in the coffee verse.
Yeah, we're waiting for you. So go there, pick out your flavors. And I say flavors because you're probably going to find more than one that you like.
You should definitely try the Monster Series.
Use that code SteveCrypto. We'll save you a little bit at checkout. And let us know what flavors you're digging.
Do it, expeditionroasters.com. So, since we got the coffee flowing and we're ready to chit-chat about Halloween, let's tell them what we are going to be doing all month.
Yeah.
Do we want to run through some events we're going to be doing first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Tell them what we're doing.
So we got a handful of things that we're doing and a handful of places we're going to be.
If you're in the Northwest,
of
course.
Yeah. We wish we could be in different areas and just teleport. But
you know what, though? Even if you're not there with us and you can't attend any of these events, we are going to document it and we'll share it and tell you guys about it, and maybe we'll talk about it in one of these October episodes or something.
Yeah.
You guys will hear about it, whether it be here or Patreon or somewhere. You guys will hear all about it.
Yeah, stick with us and you'll hear about these upcoming events. I'm sure we'll circle back and talk about it.
As long as the count don't come and drink our strawberry laced blood.
Yeah, as long as we're alive to tell you about these shows, then we will. So you can find us this Saturday, October 7th, in Kent, Washington, at Page Turner Books. We're going to be downtown as part of an event with a handful of different people, writers and podcasters and just different people promoting projects they're working on and maybe some arts and crafts, I imagine.
The Fall Festicon.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of I don't want to say gothic stuff, but let's just say like dark, macabre, maybe.
More themed towards like you said, a dark and macabre horror.
Yeah.
It's less for, it's probably a family event, but it's kind of less. Bring your teenagers. Don't bring the toddlers. Like you said, there's going to be authors, artists. There's going to be a horror cosplay contest, which I'm definitely excited to see.
That's great.
Tarot readers, there's going to be tattoo artists, and special guests, including the Steve Crypto Show. They'll get no more special than us.
We'll be hanging out. We'll try to take some footage while we're there, like record some videos of what we're doing. Maybe go live or something on our Facebook page. We'll see. No promises. We might be too wrapped up in things and forget to even do that.
Getting our tarot read or something.
The whole event is from 4 to 8. So, yeah, if you're in the area, come out. Come say hi. Check out what everybody has to offer. And then the following weekend, we're actually doing something here in Port Townsend in our neck of the woods. So, Port Townsend, Washington on October 13th and the 14th. Down at the Legion Hall, we're going to be having a little Halloween spooktacular, a witch's haunt, whatever you want to call it. On the 13th, it's a 21 and up rock show. They have 2 bands playing. I believe they're doing a costume contest that night as well.
Yep.
And even if they don't, you're highly encouraged to dress up anyway. And I know people love an excuse to dress up. So, and then the 14th, we meet again at the Legion Hall, but it is an all-ages event, and basically, people will... I'm sorry. It is a Legion Hall thing, but we're going to start at Howler Fountain. So the big fountain over downtown by the Rose Theater. Can't miss it for any of you guys that are out of town and thinking about coming to check it out. Just meet at the fountain there in your costume, and we will walk through downtown and scaring people in the storefronts and whatnot, just kind of showing off your costume. And then we head back to the Legion Hall. They do a costume contest there for the kids, and I believe they're going to have all different categories, actually, so adults will be able to get a prize as well. So, yeah, we're going to have lots of great prizes there. We'll be hanging out, again, probably, like, taking pictures and maybe interviewing some people and just showing you guys how we celebrate Halloween here in Port Townsend. And then that same night, we have 2 other events happening. So the 14th's a busy day for us. I mean, we're going to hang out downtown here with everyone as long as we can. And then, I have a little bit farther to go than you do, but we're heading out of town. So I'm heading out to Spanaway out by Tacoma, Washington, and I'll be doing a show at Sam's Bar and Grill with Cole Z and Buck the Trend and a bunch of other people. I believe the doors open at 7, and it's like $10 to get in. And then Steve is going to be heading to the Paulsbo Film Festival.
Yeah, I'm going to be down there for the horror thriller block of films, which is last year we both went, and there was some really good shit. So I'm looking forward to it, and mingling with the filmmakers and just seeing some fun, interesting, new, creative horror short films, and looking forward to it. If you're anywhere in the area, Western Washington, come to the where are we going? We're going to Port Townsend for the Witches Walk and all that stuff.
And then you're heading to Paulsbo. Yes.
I almost said Port Paulsbo. Paulsbo for the film festival, because it's a new festival, and it's a rarity for a film festival to have a horror block. They have like a drama block, comedy, horror, and it's like usually there's not that wide of a variety.
Well, I'd say that we lucked out. I mean, it's not about us, but us and any other horror fans around in the area lucked out because one of the people running the event, Kevin Steen, is a big horror fan. So it's nice when someone is into something that you're also a fan of. It kind of gives you a little bit of faith in the project.
Yeah. Kevin's a good guy.
Yeah.
Big horror fan. Just look up the Paulsbo Film Festival. PaulsboFilmFestival.com.
And it's cool. They show movies in all different areas and in Paulsbo.
Yeah. They got a few venues that they're using for it.
Yeah.
So that's... Do we have any other events this month?
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
Halloween night. We are back here once again. We are going to be having a Halloween extravaganza at the Old Alcohol Plant in Port Hadlock, Washington, with Kung Fu Vampire. So it is his return after 7 years. This will be his 3rd time coming out here. First time was 2014 for the Hunger Pains tour with Dirtbag Dan and Gmo Ski. Then the second time was 2016 with Dirtbag Dan. And we're really looking forward to having him back. It's my first time having a show out at the alcohol plant, so I'm hoping it's a good time, and hopefully it's the first of many shows there that will be targeted at a somewhat younger audience in our part of Washington. We just need more entertainment here in general for everybody, really, but especially for like 18 to 50,
Yeah.
It needs something. We need more to do. So,
Well, we just gave him a bunch of stuff to do.
Oh, yeah.
Besides all the regular things, like go to your pumpkin patches and haunts and...
Yep. That's right. The haunted house is back.
Corn mazes and
haunted house is back at the Elks Lodge this year, too.
Yeah.
Might as well mention that real quick as well.
If you want.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Might as well.
We're mentioning things to do.
But, like, yeah. We want to hear also... Contact us. He told you where to find us on social media. Tell us about some of the stuff going on in your area, too.
Yeah.
I know you're all not anywhere near us. Like, honestly, we've mentioned this a million times on this show. We know most of you guys aren't even, like I said, in this town.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if anybody in our town listens to us, but everybody loves us everywhere else, so we got to work on that.
Yeah, we've noticed that a lot of people in Canada listen. So if any of you Canadians are listening right now, thank you.
Thanks, eh?
Yeah. You Canadians are nice.
Glad you're not a hoser.
So before we get too far away from the Halloween show, just real quick, I wanted to mention that it starts, well, the show doesn't start at this time, but at 3 o'clock, from 3 to 5, they're going to have a trunk or treat. And so feel free to come by with the kids or whatever. And then it turns into a 21 and up event. So DJ Robotics is going to be playing from like 6 to 7 or so. And then we're going to have a costume contest. And then around 7:30, Kung Fu Vampire. Well, actually, Doc Vor and Kung Fu Vampire are going to start their set. And Doc Vor is kind of a newer artist, but he's on Spotify. Kung Fu is on Spotify. Look them both up. Tickets are $15 in advance, $20 at the door. Look up the event on Facebook. You can find it.
I'm waiting for someday, like I said, we have a lot of people that aren't from here that listen.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for some of them to hear all this stuff that we promote around here, and they're going to think, oh, wow, the place is really awesome. Then they're going to come here and be disappointed in us. And they're going to be like, this sound sucks. You guys made it sound cool.
Okay, so I mentioned a haunted house, which I'm thankful to say we have one again this year, because I think at one point they weren't sure if they were going to do it. So
Yeah.
Haunt Town presents Are You Afraid of the Dark? October 13th, 14th, 20th, 21st, 27th, and the 28th. Gates open at 7, and it lasts until 10 p.m. each night. $10 admission. October 28th, they have reduced scares from 7 to 8. So maybe if you have some younger kids and you want to take them,
That's when I'm going to go.
they might be able to handle that. And Steve is going to go through from 7 to 8 with a diaper on.
Yeah, somebody come and hold my hand when I go through the haunt, because it's scary.
Oh, something inside the haunt will hold your hand. You probably won't be able to see it, but it'll probably reach out for you at some point.
As long as it ain't one of these raggedy-ass locals.
Well, it probably will be. But anyway, haunted house. Go check it out.
I'm saying these raggedy locals, but then we're going to do these events at like the Legion and stuff.
Yeah.
And people are going to think we're cool and go and listen to us, and they're going to come back and listen, and they're going to be like, hey, you're talking about us. Call us raggedy.
Well, if you're listening to the show, then you're not a raggedy local. How about that?
Yeah.
If you're hip enough to give us a shot, then you're not counted in that.
I mean, you might be raggedy, but it's all right. Even if you're raggedy, you enjoy us. We appreciate you. Appreciate everybody, even the raggedy fucks. So, some of the stuff we're going to do on this Halloween series, we're going to tell you as soon as we get back from this little message from our friend.
Stick around.
Yuki and John's Patreon Buffet.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to Yuki and John's Patreon Buffet short-form trailer. We're here to tell you as fast as we can in under 2 minutes what we're doing. What are we doing, Yuki?
What are we doing? Yeah.
Yuki, we only have a minute and a half left. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We started a Patreon. It's me and Yuki Nakamura. We're from The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. We work on that show. We're joining forces, me and Yuki.
Yes.
And we're going to do all sorts of stuff. We have Yuki Celebrity Stories. Yuki has met over 50 celebrities, right?
Yes.
Who's the weirdest celebrity you ever met?
Weird. Gary Busey?
Gary Busey. See,
Busey.
so
He
weird.
was
So
weird, yeah.
he was weird. So if
And
you
China
want,
was weird.
and China, the wrestler, was weird. So if you want to know why those people are weird, you gotta come and tune into Yuki and John's Patreon buffet, because already we have so many shows. We have Yuki Celebrity Stories. We've got the Universe and Human Stupidity, where Yuki and I study the universe from the standpoint of human stupidity, because we're not that smart, but we're not that stupid. We're in the middle. We're like mediocre.
Right. Normal human being.
Then we have a video series, Are Yuki Hungry Tonight?, which is a cooking show.
I'm always hungry, so yeah.
Then we also have Yuki Reacts. We show him videos from the internet. Yeah, I also put Yuki in a coffin and I interviewed him about life and death. We're doing so many things on this buffet. Yuki and John's Patreon buffet.
John and Yuki.
Oh, John and Yuki. This is the trailer. And hey, guys, please help, because we're starving.
Yes.
Yuki and John's Patreon buffet.
Okay.
And we're back.
We are back. And spookier than ever? I don't know. Oh, we're going to have some fun, though. We're going to do a lot of cool things. If you've listened to the last couple Halloween episodes, 2 or 3? Have we done 3 already? 2.
2.
If you've listened to the last couple, you know we've always had, like, guests and some music and things like that. We're going to stretch it out this month because we want to celebrate all month long. So we're going to have all kinds of things going on. We're going to have some music in each episode. We're going to have some guests. We're going to have some spooky lists, like from Lord Bloodraw, the Horror Host Hall of Famer, is back with another spooky list for us. We have a friend of the show, TJ Tranchel, the author who wrote the scariest book set in Utah, according to the New York Times. He has a list of spooky tales to tell us about on one of these episodes. There's a couple surprise guests that are scheduled, but I don't like to fucking tell you before I have the interviews in the can. But we could have some really, really cool big guests. We're excited.
Yeah, we just don't want to spill the beans yet.
Yeah, don't spill the fucking beans.
Or the candy corn or whatever. Yeah.
Don't spill anything. Especially don't spill your Straw Bloody Shortcake Expedition Roasters coffee.
That's right.
And one, you'll be cleaning that shit up because this is my dining room table. And so yeah, we're gonna do that. We have a couple promos from friends. This episode we're gonna meet a filmmaker out of Portland who is about to film a short film called Rat Problem, which there's a teaser up now, and I'm gonna try to track down the link to it so we could put it in the show notes for this episode. But it's super campy, and it's gonna be gory as fuck. It's gonna be fun. I don't know. Did you watch the teaser I sent yet? I know I sent you a link at one point.
I don't think so. That might have. I need to go back and find that, I guess.
Yeah, you need to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talked to Ashton Livingston, who is the filmmaker. tell us all about the film, what they got going on, what went into just filming the teaser. They just filmed the whole teaser for it and talked about how much fake blood and stuff they used in it, like a lot. Like, it was messy.
Yeah.
But it sounds cool. It tells us about screening the teaser at a drive-in down in Oregon, and it was really well received, and it's cool. It sounds like somebody's really passionate about horror and about this project. So check it out. There is a crowdfunding campaign going for it, and it runs till later this month. So we want to get this one out of the way so you guys get a chance to check it out and maybe contribute, maybe get your name on the movie. Help get it done, because this sounds like a really cool project, and though it won't be out by Halloween, you could celebrate the spooky season knowing that you helped get this spooky movie made.
That's right. This movie was made because of you.
So let's dig in here. Meet Ashton Livingston, great filmmaker, film student from Portland, Oregon. Oregon.
Oregon.
Shout out to Stapled Spine, Jack at Stapled Spine. It's a great fanzine down there out of Oregon.
That's right.
Where yours truly is a regular contributor. And speaking of, we'll mention it after, but let's meet Ashton, and then we'll talk a little bit about Stapled Spine for a second. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Hey, what is happening? It is Halloween month, everybody. You know what that means? That means fucking too much candy, not enough movies, not enough time in the month for all the horror shit going on that we want to see, especially with cool people making more and more of it. I know one of my favorite things to do every October is to try to watch at least one horror or spooky type thing every day, whether it be a TV show or a movie or something. And I try to show some love to indie filmmakers. Being here in the Northwest, there's a few in the area that I'm starting to hear some rumblings from and hear some good stuff coming from. Particularly Ashton Livingston, who is going to hang with us here for a minute and tell us about his movie Rat Problem. I stumbled across it in our favorite horror fanzine, Stapled Spine. Jack over there has been hyping this movie. I finally got to see a little promo video for the movie, and it looks gory as fuck and fun. It just looks like a blast. And I mean, what better way to celebrate this month than to support a talented indie creator and a project like Rat Problem. So let's meet Ashton. Let's jump right in. Tell us who you are and tell us your background and all the important stuff.
Yeah, so I am Ashton Livingston. I'm the writer director of Rat Problem. This film, it follows a character by the name of Liz. She's a kind of downtrodden, foul-mouthed minimum wage employee at this place called the Maxi Mart, which is basically every terrible 7-Eleven, plaid pantry, just rundown convenience store you've ever been into, all mashed into one place. That's the Maxi Mart. But essentially, it follows her clocking in and a giant horde of mutant rats breaking in around the same time. Now, Liz isn't the kind of person to really go down in a place like this. Like this Maxi Mart, this is not where she wants to be known for dying. So she decides to batten down the hatches, get some extremely hazardous cleaning chemicals, and go to war with these giant mutant rats. It's gory, it's funny, it's over the top, and we got a lot of good stuff planned for you guys.
So my first thing, is this a short or a feature length?
This is a short as of now. I know how I get it out to that feature length, but as of right now, a short film is kind of the route we're going. And if people like this, then we know what we're going to do for a feature. So this is kind of like a somewhat proof of concept kind of thing for now.
Okay, so what is some of your background as a filmmaker? Is this like your first go at it, or have you been?
So this is not my first go at it. This is my final year as a student at Portland State University studying film. I have made a film or two every year I've been here. My first film that I made by myself kind of thing here is a little short film called Once Bitten. It's about a college student breaking back into his dorm after being bitten by a zombie. And he's freaking out, trying to figure out what to do. And I did a bunch of like creep show style lighting, Sam Raimi cinematography, and went really over the top with it. And it ends with him cutting his own arm off to get rid of the zombie bite kind of thing. And then my latest short film was a just kind of straight up comedy that I ended up filming like a horror movie called That's Not the Real Me. It's about a man by the name of Kevin as he gets canceled online because he yelled at a lady in a movie theater who was being obnoxiously loud during the film. And his life falls apart in nightmarishly funny ways after that. He begins to be called Shitbag Darren, and all his friends like make fun of him, like come by his house and tell him they never want to talk to him again, telling him more and more extreme reasons why, stuff that the people are making up, and it's just blowing out of proportion. So that was my last short film, and I learned a ton while making that. And after that, I had a few opportunities to work on local films. I worked on another crowd film that was crowdfunded called 15 to Sunrise, which is a one-take vampire film. I've gotten to work on a 48-hour film for Movie Madness, the Portland-based video rental store called Butt Quack, which is a fake porno centered around duck stuff. It's another weird movie, but yeah, those are a few of the things I've gotten to work on. So this is definitely not my first rodeo. And then of course I got to work on I directed the last Rat Problem promo. I've directed all the Rat Problem promos. So this is not my first go around, but this is my most intense go around so far.
So do you prefer to stay behind the camera and writing and stuff, or do you get out there and get a little bloody yourself?
I prefer to stay behind the camera. I do like to make little cameos in my film. I think that's kind of fun. My plan for Rat Problem is to cameo as a guy in a nice suit throwing up into a storm drain. Just kind of goofy stuff. I like to be like a weird background extra and be like, oh, is that Ashton in the background kind of thing? Just kind of something I see Peter Jackson do in all his movies, and I thought it was kind of funny, so I wanted to rip him off there.
That's cool, man. So the cast for Rat Problem. Tell us a little bit about your cast and your crew and people working with you.
Yeah. So the cast, we haven't casted the main film yet. We had a cast for our promo, which acts a bit as a prequel to the film and sets up some events to come. We had the amazing Nate Owens as our main character, Dave, who was this kind of punk garbage man, like first 2 weeks on the job kind of thing, being trained by an older garbage man played by the amazing Scott Bernard Nelson, Alan. And he was, he just got his knee done before the promo kind of takes place. So he's running down this alleyway with this much younger guy, not keeping up super well. And, he gets eaten by a whole horde of mutant rats and covers our other actor, Nate. And I think our official count was about 2.5 gallons of fake blood. So we got that. Yeah, we got that. But for the rest of the film, we have behind the scenes, we have Jack Perez, who is the director of America's Deadliest Home Video, Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus, the first episode of Xena Warrior Princess. He's done a bunch of stuff. He's pretty delved deep into the horror genre, especially the indie scene. He's our executive producer. After that, we have our producer, Michaela Bordner, who is the producer of 15 to Sunrise, Husker, Night Shift, and a few other really great films, Real AF, stuff like that. Our associate producer is Hannah Mae Cumming, who is the writer-director of Baby Fever, which, if you guys have heard of that film, it is fantastic. Hannah Mae Cumming is amazing. She's super helpful on this film and has made some really great stuff. Our DP is Elias Lunsford, who's a really good friend of mine and the first person I pitched this project to, and he's been working like tirelessly to get this look down, get everything right. And then after that, we got our art team, Lucy Rick, our art director, who is just really great at making the world feel really, claustrophobic, dirty, gross. Like, it feels like the most disgusting alleyway you could possibly look at. That's the whole look of the film. We have our amazing costume designer, Phoenix Yurkovich. He's great, made the costumes for our promo. And then we have Carlo Mary making our giant mutant rats and Trista Kelly doing our effects. So we have a pretty stacked team so far. And I'm super excited to be working with all these really talented people. They're all fantastic and all doing great. Like, everything they've done so far, I'm super impressed by.
Definitely sounds like you have a good experienced group that's
Our
helpful in getting
yeah.
something like this done for sure.
Yeah, our team is, we have a lot of people who I've met through school, who were just, I've seen what they've been doing and I'm super impressed, and I wanted to pull them onto this project, which at first I thought I was going to be doing all on my own, but then, I pulled this amazing team of producers and other people. And so it's become a mix of people I know as like somewhat veterans in the local film scene and, newcomers to the scene, which I'm super excited to be able to make this mesh.
It's a good opportunity for, like you say, the veterans to teach people. Good learning.
Yeah, and I'm learning a lot too. Yeah, this is my first really big project as a director, and getting to learn more about it from my producers and stuff like that. It's been really great to kind of have their encouragement and have their knowledge, and it's been super fun.
What's probably been your favorite part of the whole process so far?
Honestly, I think my favorite thing was directing the promo. It was so much, like, the lead up was really anxiety inducing and intense. And we did that whole thing was filmed over the course of one night from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. That was just one really hectic night that I had just a ton of fun doing and making. That was super fun. But maybe my favorite was the premiere of our promo at the 99W Drive-In down in Newburgh, Oregon. Getting to show that promo to a ton of people. I'm the manager down there, and I think our total car count was like 100 or it was like 93. It was like 93. And getting that many people to look at our promo and really like it and donate to our film was it was an all-time favorite experience of mine. And our actor, Nate Owens, I went up and watched it. I was kind of standing behind him and watching him kind of cry during it was probably one of my favorite things. It was so much fun to watch all these people see their hard work pay off on the big screen.
It's cool. I keep seeing stuff pop up about that drive-in, and it seems like they like to they program a nice collection of my kind of movies. So
that's yeah. I've been putting up Thursday night terrors there. That's all me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get down there at some point and take me a weekend down in Portland area and hit the drive-in and all that stuff. But So yeah, how what kind of feedback did you get from the audience besides the other cast members being there?
I got a lot of people coming up to me and being like, that looked great. That was super impressive. Like, I can't wait to see more. I've been really overwhelmed by the amount of positive feedback we've gotten from people seeing it and people being like laughing at it and like, getting to watch people's faces kind of like in the dark a bit and see like their reactions to it as it's going is probably the best thing I have. Even when it was like this really rough edit of the film, we would go around and kind of show people, like small groups of people, it, and watching their reactions to it unfold it's so fun. Just watching people kind of laugh and point at the screen is like my main goal as a director. And that last shot we got, I remember talking with my producer, Michaela, about it because the last shot, I think, went on for probably a little over a minute. And it's nothing but spraying blood on our lead actor. And I remember her being kind of like, I don't think people are really going to get it. And kind of being like, having to be like, I think people will. I think people will understand the humor behind making it go on for that long.
Yeah.
And the first time we showed it to people, they were laughing at it. They thought it was hilarious. So it was such a relief to have that kind of be like, okay, my instincts were right. People do get the like way over the top amount of blood we're spraying this actor.
It's like that nice blend of camp and gore.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. I like that. So that was a pretty big gag for just the promo thing. So you're gonna go bigger in the actual
we're going bigger. We're going bigger. One gag that I'm pretty excited about is we have a chest burster scene.
Nice.
We have a chest burster scene of a rat bursting out a guy's chest. So I'm pretty excited for that. There's a lot of really good gags that we have planned for this, a lot of gory gags. And I heavily anticipate our lead actress being covered head to toe in fake blood and guts by the end of it.
I thought of Alien watching the promo because the monster is out there, but you don't really see it, which is if that's done right, it's so effective.
Yeah, no, we wanted to have a little Jaws moment in our promo, and I think we used a combination of an RC car with a camera strapped onto it, and just walking, like running around close to the ground with the camera kind of thing. So we used a couple different combos to get that, and I think it really paid off.
So you're gonna end up sharing videos and stuff like that behind the scenes kind of thing, and
so one of our donation tiers is a constant, like every day we're shooting daily update kind of behind the scenes thing. You're going to see a ton of, and we plan on posting a bunch of behind the scenes stuff of how we're going to be setting up our gags, puppeteering our giant mutant rats, getting all the fake blood ready. We're gonna use and abuse our behind the scenes photographer, videographer. So
okay. So you mentioned tiers. What are some of the other tiers and perks?
Yeah.
And
So we have a couple different tiers. So our cheaper tiers are kind of like shout outs on social media kind of stuff. But we also have tiers where you can get, a rat problem sticker. We plan on doing like these little VHS box magnets where they're like magnets that look like a little VHS case that you can stick on your wall. We're going to be we have these fantastic rat problem t-shirts. I gave one away today in a raffle, and it looks so great. It's this really kind of, the best way I can describe it is kind of like those kind of inner city kind of like rap t-shirts, but we have one made for our film. We're going to be giving away, if you donate high enough, you can get a VHS copy of the film and all its promos, that kind of stuff. And just a bunch of different kind of merch and getting your name in the credits of a movie as an executive producer. So we have a bunch of different tiers and stuff that you can do to kind of help out in the film. I believe we have, our poster on there and stuff like that. So a ton of great stuff on there for people to help donate. But we have a lot of cheaper tiers for people to kind of get involved in the film. So
what is, besides the VHS for the higher tiered, what is the plan for distributing it? Are you just going to put it out on YouTube or something?
Our plan is the kind of festival scene first.
Right.
Let it hit the festival scene, and once it's done making its course on there, then it'll be on YouTube.
Okay.
That's kind of our plan for now. We want to try and get it into as many festivals as we can, just because that's where people really get noticed, where they make your connections and stuff like that. And the festival scene is extremely important to filmmaking. So that's our first goal. But then once it's hit all the festivals, we're gonna kind of release it onto YouTube for as many people as possible to enjoy.
Right. Well, man, it sounds exciting. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'm gonna jump in and check out the tiers myself. Before we wrap up, what is the timeline? What's your plan? When are you hoping to get it released by?
So we have to hit 80% funded on our donation side by October 28th, 10 a.m., which means as of right now, which is September 26th, we are about 42% funded. And if we don't hit 80% funded, then we don't get any of what we have raised thus far. So it's really kind of now like a race to the finish line. We need as much help as we can get at this point. But once we hit our funding and we've, got the green light from our crowdfunding site, that's December is when we plan on shooting the film. December's, filmmaking slow season. It's cold and it's dark, and weather's unpredictable around that time of year. So filmmaking kind of takes a break around then typically. We plan on shooting it then, and then we want to have it edited and complete by March.
Okay. That's pretty good. 6 months or so. Something like
that. Yeah.
Right.
We plan to shoot around 5 to 6 days to get the whole film complete. So
awesome. Well, I'm gonna make sure we get a link in here to the campaign. So I want my listeners to go check it out. Even donate $1, donate anything, help them get it made. Look at the promo, that'll be linked there too. This shit looks crazy. I think you guys would dig it. If you like our weird asses on the Steven Crypto Show, you will dig this freaking movie. Ashton, thank you for taking a little while to hang out and chat, man. Once it drops, let's talk more. Let's do this again.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, it was a great time being on here.
Awesome. Okay, guys, Ashton Livingston. Find him on social media. We'll get a link up too, so you can find and follow the Rat Problem movie. And let's get it done.
Let's get it done.
I'm Mr. Lobo of Cinema Insomnia, and you're listening to the Steve and Crypto Show. Or are you?
Alrighty, thank you to Ashton. Hopefully you guys make their Halloween awesome and help them get their film made. Rat Problem, filming it down in Portland. Like I said, you can get involved in the movie, get your name on the movie, contribute, get your name in IMDb as a producer or something. Just check out the campaign, it'll be in the show notes. Speaking of filmmakers, really quickly, before we go back and talk about Stable Spine, we talked on episode 114 with a actor-filmmaker named Jeremy Rudd. We had him and Jason Brooks, who has portrayed Jason Voorhees in a bunch of really fucking good fan films.
Good people.
We talked to them about their movie Diced, which they had filmed, and they were getting ready to wrap up. And I guess they got the movie ready, and they released a teaser in the last couple days. So track that down. Again, if I remember, I'll post it in the show notes, or I'll share a link. Obviously, I'll share it on social media. It looks good, though. I'm excited for it.
I'm going to look for it.
It should be out in time, I think, for Halloween, maybe. If not, you can fucking watch horror movies anytime.
Yeah.
Don't need to just be October. People who only watch horror and spooky shit in October, you suck. Fuck you. Watch that shit year round.
I don't want to say you're fake, but you know, I mean,
no, I'm not gonna say that.
I'm not saying that, but if you're really if you're really into the horror, then you don't just want to watch it in October.
I'll just say you're.
This is a little off track, but I know this person's probably not going to listen anyway. But you know what damn near broke my heart last week? I was doing my promo while I'm working. You know, I'm making a delivery, and I had a flyer in my pocket for the Halloween show, and I said to this guy, I was like, "Hey, I don't know if you're into Halloween or not."
Hey, reach in my pocket. I have something in there for you. No. Trick or treat. Do you like popsicles?
So I was like, "Hey, I don't know if you are into Halloween or not," and then he just stopped me and said, "I don't do Halloween."
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
it just stops you dead in your tracks. Like, well, there's really nothing else I can say to you. Like,
yeah,
well, we just don't even need to talk.
Fuck you too, sir.
It just,
I don't want to talk about that awful, sad stuff.
Oh, when someone says that, like,
disgusting.
I don't do Halloween.
What's this world
what do
coming
you mean?
to? What is this world coming to?
Are you just not alive?
Do Halloween. That person probably don't do anything. They probably don't have friends. Their family hates them.
Maybe it's a sad day for them. So if it is, then I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to be an asshole.
Did you give them like a card or something?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have wasted a card on them. Miserable fuck.
Yeah, I did not give them anything. After I found out that they don't do Halloween, I just quietly put that flyer back in my pocket.
Yeah.
Ugh. Damn. Anyway, on to brighter things.
Brighter things. Stable spine. You brought up stable spine, horror again.
Yeah.
It's use the hashtag horror again on social media. It's not just for Oregon. It's for the whole PNW and just the horror fans in general. But they have a nice scene down there. A lot of cool shit happening. But Jack Rudo has Stapled Spine fanzine, and it's got a lot of cool, great contributors and lots of interviews and stuff. And like I have a issue right here in front of me. Issue 19. You want to find issues that I'm involved in. Issue 19 for one. And then
are you saying you have issues?
I have a couple issues. Issue 21. That's another one. Let's see, 19. What did I write in 19? I wrote a little thing about some of my favorite horror remakes. I actually did a list. I did my 5 favorite horror remakes. I mentioned lists earlier.
Yeah.
Probably could have shared that.
Yeah.
And but I want them to get the Stapled Spine issue and read it. Support Stapled Spine. But yeah, I'll tell you one of the movies on the remake.
Yeah, you mentioned one, I'll mention one.
Oh, what are your favorite horror remake? I'll tell you if it made my list.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead 2013, right?
Yeah.
The Fede Alvarez one?
Love it.
Yes, that made my list.
Love it so much.
Let's see if you could guess another one that's on my list.
I want more Ellie in Evil Dead. I need more of that story. Anyway.
See if you could guess one that's on my list.
Okay. Dawn of the Dead?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
The only good thing Zack Snyder's done.
It'd be on my list too.
Yeah.
And I agree. Probably.
I'll tell you my 5 on my list. I got House of Wax.
Okay.
It's a remake of Mystery of the Wax Museum. And then I like the Vincent Price House of Wax version. They made a shitty one later on in 2000s. Was that the one that
That's the one I thought you were talking about at the beginning before you
I was
explained
talking
all
about
of
the
that.
Vincent Price one.
Yeah, well, before you said all of that, I thought you meant the early 2000s one with Paris Hilton in it.
The Vincent Price one, yeah, that's why I couldn't think of her name.
Yeah.
The Vincent Price one came out in the 50s, which was a remake of one from the 30s, which are also really good. Of course, Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Tom Savini directed Tribute, was really good. I enjoyed it. Dawn of the Dead, like you mentioned, Evil Dead, and I thought It Chapter 1 was a pretty good remake from the It series.
Yeah.
Then I did an honorable mention, and I put like the 2014 Godzilla, which I enjoyed. Basically a remake of the original one, and I could have mentioned the Shin Godzilla too, which was good. The Fly remake, which is probably better than the original Fly, like the Cronenberg Fly with
Goldblum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit freaked me out when I was a kid. The Fright Night remake was good.
Yeah, I like that.
I enjoyed the Friday the 13th remake.
Yeah,
2011.
I enjoyed that one a lot. That's actually the only Jason movie that I have seen in theaters. Yeah.
Nice. Then The Thing.
Oh yeah,
Carpenter's Thing was. Yeah, that's actually basically a remake.
I mean, it's a prequel, but it is a remake.
It's
it's kind of a prequel at the same time.
It's The Thing from Another World.
Yeah,
from back in the 50s. This is a remake of that.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't they remake The Thing too later on?
Yeah,
and it wasn't that good.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's the Carpenter one, and then there's The Thing from like 2011 or 13, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to share the whole story. Then let me see. Stable Spine 21. I did a piece about horror hosts in the Northwest, the history, because I kind of inspired myself. 'Cause I wrote a letter, a really long letter that probably could have been an article to Scary Monsters magazine, and they published it. And I was like, you know what? I should look more into this. And I wrote a little piece for Stapled Spine because he let me. And
cool.
You know, the Northwest horror fanzine. What better place to talk about the history of horror hosts in the Northwest?
Yeah,
you know, I have my obsession, and we're gonna feed my obsession this month. Things go as planned.
A great horror host and friend of ours who you can find in Stapled Spine is Igoro.
You hear him at the beginning of every episode.
That's right.
Hear him in every episode. But yeah, Stable Spine, stablespine.com or stablespine.fanzine.com. Sorry, I should know this, but find it. It's easy to find. It's easy to find. So yeah, that's what's up with that. That's one. That's something to do. Get in the mood for the season. Get an issue, Stapled Spine. Read it. Get a few issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $5. He'll mail it to you in a fancily decorated envelope, and he usually throws stickers and stuff in. And
if you're going to come and see us at some of these events we have coming up, we'll probably have an issue or two on the table.
Always have them on the merch table.
Yeah.
I got some new merch this year, too, though. Got a couple movies that I appeared in. So those will be on the merch table, too. So if you want to come and get a DVD that you might see my face in or that I produced, find us at the one of the shows and
I'm
buy
glad
a movie.
Glad you took the bait on that, on my merch table discussion.
We'll do that. I'll even sign it for you. I'd say I'd sign my first autograph, but, there's a story. It's a band. I'll tell it really quickly. This band I used to be friends with that were on a well-known label, but the label didn't really push them right, and it was kind of fucked up.
That happens a lot.
Yeah. So I was hanging with them. It was a big radio festival show, and they brought me around backstage, hanging out and stuff, and we just basically hung out for hours that day. Like I met like Travis Barker and some other people. But at one point we were walking around the ground, like where the normal folks were. Excuse me. And
amongst the normies.
Yeah, and some people that were fans of theirs came up to them. They were like younger people, and they had their CDs, and we're like asking them to sign them. And then one of the kids handed it to me, and I looked at the dude from the band, and he just gave me a little look like, do it. So I signed it. So there's some kids walking around with this band CD. Maybe. It's floating around somewhere. It's probably in a thrift store now, but
Yeah.
with the CD with my signature on it.
Did you sign it? I'm not in the band.
No, I just signed my name.
Yeah.
I just signed it, like, whatever.
And then later they're like, wait, there's nobody in the band named Steve.
Guy? Yeah, who the hell's that? Like, dang. Like, there's only 3 dudes in this band. Why is there a 4th signature? Who is the mystery?
Yeah, it's Mark, Tom, and Travis. Who's Steve?
Then one day they're going to find it and figure out, decipher my name and figure out who we are and then become big fans of the Steve and Crypto Show.
Yeah.
Then they'll want a t-shirt signed by us.
Either that or they'll just think back and assume that you were like the tour manager or something like that.
Maybe.
Like, oh, the roadie signed it for me.
Yeah. The parents probably were fucking pissed. Like, why'd you let that loser, drunk asshole?
You just brought the value down.
There probably ain't no value to it.
Or maybe there's more value now because it's like a limited thing.
It's
Only
like
one of
this
these CDs in
band.
the world has Steve's signature.
And Steve from the Steve and Crypto Show.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to search on eBay. Maybe it's up there.
And you'll have to buy it for yourself.
Yeah, buy it
Just
now,
to flip it.
99 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, totally. If I found that thing like in the wild, I'd buy the fuck out of
Yeah, I
it.
bet.
Hell yeah. Shit. Well, since I mentioned music, we have some music, actually. Would you guys like to hear some fun Halloween-themed music? I can't hear you. Speak up.
Yes.
Okay. Good enough for me. No, we have a treat. There's a artist named Jeff Whitmire. He's considered the Weird Al of horror. He's a good dude. He's into all the same shit we're into. He's a member of the Mutant Fam. He just released a new album, or it's about to release. And he sent us a few songs to play, so check out this song. His stuff, like I said, he's like the Weird Al of horror. His songs are like spoofs of other songs. He likes spoofs like The Offspring and other bands. And you'll probably recognize the melody of this song. It's called Halloween Road. So check it out from Jeff Whitmire. And be right back, and I'll tell you how you can find his music.
Good evening, good morning, wherever you are.
You are listening to the Steve and Crypto Podcast Special Halloween Edition. Dr. Fearless here, telling you to remember, read all of the good books, especially Count Crowley. Now, enjoy the show.
Alrighty. Thanks to Jeff. Go to jeffwhitmire.bandcamp.com and get his music. He has some videos and stuff on YouTube, Jeff Whitmire 47. You can find his stuff, support him, track him down on social media, tell him you heard him on the Steve and Crypto Show Halloween special, part 1, or whatever. You don't have to tell him apart. He don't give a fuck. But check him out. Check out his stuff. Support indie artists. Just support people creating shit. And this dude's creative as they come. So get his music.
I just thought of something. Somewhere in the world, there's going to be a kid that listens to this and and doesn't know that was actually an Offspring song. Like, to begin with. You know what I mean? That it's a parody. Like, isn't that just weird to think? Like, I mean, you could say that about almost any, like, parody song or whatever, that at some point in time, somebody probably heard it and just thought that was original.
See, now they're like, wait, what song are they talking about? We didn't play the Offspring song, but they're going to. Now you guys want to go find it. Now you guys want to go find it and wonder what we're talking about. But Offspring, I just mentioned Offspring because
I just assumed that's the one you were going to be playing.
No.
Okay.
But now you guys know that he spoofed some Offspring stuff. And
yeah.
So check it out. Check it out. Jeff Whitmire. And of course, I'll throw a link up in the show notes. So we mentioned a lot of stuff we are planning to do over this Halloween thing. Another thing we both do, besides decorate our houses and stuff, is we both watch. We always watch, horror movies and shit, but we make it a point to watch more.
we like to amp it up in October.
Kick it up a notch.
Try to watch something spooky every day if we can, if not more than one thing.
You do your best.
Yeah.
Do your best. I personally, I get probably a little more into it than I need to, but whatever. Cause I'll post about it. I'll keep my, 31 days of Halloween list, and I'll post every day what I'm watching and this and that, like whether it be a movie or a TV show, or like today, I think I might watch an episode of Z Nation. Remember that show from years ago?
Yeah.
That's a fun show. It was a little silly, but it was good. Asylum film, you know what I mean? They always had goofy-ass movies. But since I mentioned that, I guess I should mention that we're going to be guests at a convention next month. Not this month, but in November at Grit City Comic
November
Show.
11th.
November 11th. We are guests with Russell Hodgkinson, who is Doc from Z Nation. So we're going to be hanging with him, and might even get him on the show before the convention. So, do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
What have you watched so far since the first, which was literally hours ago?
We were planning to go see Saw X. We were going to go see Saw, and
you didn't saw it?
No,
you didn't see Saw?
No, I didn't. I haven't seen it yet.
Saw X socks.
But to get ready, Sarah and I decided to just watch the old films again, and I don't know about you guys, but a lot of them kind of just blur together in my head. It's like, okay, I remember The Trap, but what movie was it in? Or I remember this character, but what movie were they in? The first 2, even 3 films, I've pretty much got those down. But after that, it's all just kind of one big blur of contraptions and blood and body parts flying and puppets. But we've watched the first 3 so far. And, Saw X didn't happen just because we're kind of broke right now, and so we'll try to fit it in later this month. I mean, as you heard, we got a lot of shit going on. So
busy.
If we don't get a chance, then fine. But I mean, honestly, it'll probably be on a streaming service in like a month or two.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, it sounds like it had a pretty good opening weekend, though.
Oh yeah, no, it's doing great. I'm just saying, like in general, like a lot of movies these days, they don't take very long to show up on streaming. I mean, the Ninja Turtle movie is on Paramount Plus already.
I that's cool, but nothing beats watching it in the theater.
Yeah,
that's like one of my absolute favorite things to do.
And I would go more often if we were closer to a theater that played like general popular movies, you know, like our theaters.
Top Down does.
Yeah, but they don't play a lot of horror, and you know that.
Most theaters don't play a lot of horror.
Well, the big theaters do.
They'll play it for like a week and then go on.
Unless they're doing well.
Yeah,
but like, you know, at least AMC and Regal, they bring in horror, and you know, we love our local theaters, but every now and then they'll surprise you. It's a lot more of the psychological horror. I feel like they don't really bring in as many slashers. Like you're not going to find Scream playing at our theaters here in town. I wish.
Unless something right off the bat starts getting really good critical reviews.
Yeah.
And then maybe they'll bring it in.
And I just said Scream, and now that makes me want to like retrace my steps here and go back because they did play the last Scream movie at the drive-in. So I'll give them that. But generally, we have to go out of town to see a lot of the like big budget horror movies that we want to see. So anyway, just to sum that up, I would go to a lot more of them if I lived closer. Like I know the bigger theaters across the bridge, they'll offer like $20 a month, all the movies you want. You know,
yeah. No, if I like lived right by the theater.
Yeah,
I would never fucking leave.
Yeah, and if you're paying $20 a month,
everything,
like you pay $16 just to go to one movie for one person,
and that's not counting the $120 for popcorn and a drink.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah. So really, like, I mean, if I was paying $20 a month and I lived closer, I would take a chance on more movies in the theater, knowing like, it's not that much, you know, per film. I'm not paying that much.
Yeah, but if you have the unlimited thing, you could
that's what I mean.
Watch like there's a lot of movies that come out. Like, I want to see it, but do I really want to go pay $1 million to watch this movie?
But if you're like a 10-minute drive away and you already have that $20 a month thing, like, okay, yeah, I'll go give I'll go give Saw 19 a chance. Sure.
Pretty much.
So yeah, we've been watching the Saw flicks.
What's your favorite? What did you watch? First three, you said recently. I mean, you watched them all, obviously, but that Chris Rock one sucked. But
I wanted that to be better.
In the first three, what was probably like your favorite trap?
I mean, the needle pit is one thing that stands out to a lot of people.
That's the only thing I remember.
Right, yeah, I was just going to say that.
I was never a huge Saw fan, personally, but
that would scare the shit out of anybody.
It's just
gross. Like, every move you make is just getting pricked with a needle, like, no.
Like, what's in the needle? Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking AIDS and gross.
Yeah. They don't play the uncut version where Jigsaw's explaining, like, every needle to the girl. And she's in there for like 9 hours. He's like, this needle is filled with the blood from a homeless man down the street. And the following needle that you're holding is filled with goat blood.
Did I do that?
Yeah, you didn't see that cut?
No.
Yeah, it's like a 10.5-hour movie. She's just standing there for the longest time as he's explaining what every needle is filled with, and then finally she's like starting to yawn. She's just laying in the needle pit, taking a nap, like not even complaining about pain at this point.
Just ignoring him.
Yeah,
like,
it's more painful to listen to him rattle off every single needle ingredient.
How crazy would would it have been if like she was just in the pit with no needles yet, but then he did, like you said, like the long scene, and he was explaining what's in every needle, and he was throwing them at her like darts.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
He's like, you have to insert every single one to get out.
Just throwing them at her. Like we have 500 needles coming at you.
This one is filled with monkey piss.
Ew.
So, yeah, we watched the Saw movies, the first couple. We have watched a few sitcoms with Halloween episodes, like Superstore, Home Economics, Bob's Burgers. Home Economics is the show on Fox with Topher Grace in it. And there's like, there's a family of like...
Topher Grace is like the only person that hasn't come out as a douchebag from that 70s show, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's one of the good ones.
As far as we know.
But I like that dude. I'd like to see him dip into horror, because like he did the Predator movie, and he ended up being the villain, basically. And I thought that was a good look for him.
Yeah.
Like, once they kind of revealed that.
Was he in one of the Spider-Man movies?
Yeah.
That one sucked.
Oh,
3, right?
Yeah, it was bad.
Fucking garbage.
And of course, all of us at that time were like, "They're finally going to give us Venom," and even then, I was like, "It's Topher Grace," and I like that '70s show. So
what the hell is this?
I was actually excited for it, and then it's like, "What the fuck?" We get 5 minutes of him in the suit,
and then we got that weird scene with like, dude, like walking down the street, like dancing, like, pointing at me, like, "Oh, the fuck." Anyway, let's get away from that. That's real.
We want to talk about good things here.
We want to talk about fun horror, not like
What you been watching?
Real. Well, like I said, I post every day when I'm watching what I watched, and sometimes I watch more than one thing. But let's see, I watched. What did I watch on the first day? What's today? The 3rd. I didn't watch today's movie yet. But the first I watched... Okay, yeah. I broke the Munsters back out. The Rob Zombie Munsters.
Okay.
Because, personally, I enjoyed it. And I'm annoyed by all the hate it got. And I noticed a lot of people I saw hating on it at first. I seen later on, like, kind of retract. And I watched it again, and I enjoyed it a lot more the second time. Like,
some things take a second viewing.
That, and just, I think a lot of it was just people shit on it just to shit on it. Because, everybody else is shitting on it, it must suck. Like, no, form your own fucking opinion. Watch it. Think about what the show was. And that's what the movie, the movie is kind of like an homage to that.
I kind of wish
like a prequel.
I kind of wish it did a little bit better, had more success, so that maybe he could have made another one.
Or even like a miniseries.
Yeah.
Like me and Ryan watched it with me. We were talking about, like, it would be a cool miniseries.
Yeah.
If they could do, like, a spinoff. It don't need to be a whole, 22 episodes either. It could be, like, a short, like a Netflix, like, Wednesday, 8 episode.
Yeah.
It could be something like that.
Miniseries. Sarah and I watched it together, and I'll kind of go along with what she said. Like, it was quirky and it was cute.
That's what the show was.
Yeah, it was.
People forget about that. Like, it wasn't like it was a scary fucking... I mean, it's iconic imagery, like the look of it, but it was a goofy, campy, silly fucking show.
Yeah. I don't want to dig into it. I will say I don't think I cared for it as much as you did, but I tried to look at the positive elements of it that I did enjoy, and I like the color. I like the way it was filmed and just some of the camera shots. Any of you that are listening, if you've checked it out, or even if you haven't, we talked with Daniel Roebuck, who was Grandpa Munster.
He was the Count. He wasn't Grandpa yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. He wasn't. And that's something I wanted them to dip into, which
would
have been cool in a miniseries. Was like having a baby, and then they could be, like in the series, they could be dealing with little baby Eddie, and then the Count becoming Grandpa. But anyway, we spoke with Dango Roebuck, who played the Count. And
episode 85.
There you go. Episode 85. Go check it out.
Yeah, it was cool because, I mean, talking to him, he sounded like they had a blast making the movie.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It sounded like they all put a lot into it. A lot of heart and passion and love for the show. And it showed, I think. But, you know, and not everybody's going to like everything. To each his own.
Yeah.
But me personally, if I didn't like something, I'm not going to just completely trash it outright. Like, I posted the other day, like I say, I post whatever I watch each day, somebody jumped on like it sucked or it was awful. Like, so I called and said, why?
Yeah.
What sucked?
What I'll say.
But they didn't have nothing to say. Tell me why it was bad, because everybody else said it was?
Yeah.
Fucking sheep cocksucker. Like, excuse me, sorry.
What?
Make me mad, goddammit.
They're making you mad.
Mad, yeah.
What I'll say, one last thing about it, and it's a positive thing. Before seeing the movie, I was thinking, I really hope that they show me where the dragon under the stairs came from, you know, or at least like showing them getting the dragon, and they did.
They did.
So
they did.
That was cool.
They did, and that reminded me of our dog. Reminded me of Hero, because there was a scene when, like,
he does breathe fire.
There was a scene when Lily was laying in bed and he was laying in the bed next to her, like hogging the whole damn bed, and it was like, this motherfucker. It was like, my dog does that.
Yeah.
Anyways, people don't care. Since we brought up monster stuff, last Halloween was the episode that we had Butch Patrick, who was the original Eddie Munster, as you mentioned. So the Munsters, I enjoyed it. I watched it again, and I'll watch it again. I thought it was a good way to kick off the season, because, Ryan don't get really deep into horror. But stuff like that she loves.
Yeah.
And she enjoyed it. And it was nice to chill out, and, because I'm still dealing with my fucking leg injury and stuff, so we've just been kicking back and watched it and enjoyed it. And that was day one. Day two, I watched a movie at the suggestion of Debbie Rochon, the B-movie scream queen, called Slime City. It was a very, very trauma type of movie. Like, I don't think it was a trauma movie, but Lloyd Kaufman appears in it, and a little cameo. But it was like these weird people got possessed by drinking some weird, like, ectoplasm, and they turn into mutants and got all fucked up and weird, and it was not good, but I really enjoyed it. One of those kind of flicks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just Slime City. It's just perfect way to describe it. It was just a slimy, messy, mutant-filled, gory mess, and it was fun.
You know what's a fun, gory mess that I just remembered, just from you describing that movie that Sarah and I watched together? Well, I had seen it before, but she finally took a chance and decided to watch it. Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, yeah. That was crazy.
I love it. But
that might end up on my list.
I pitched it to her a while back, and, there was some slight interest, and then she started playing it when I was out of the room or something, and I was like, what is this? And then, like, oh, never mind. I just didn't expect her to play that.
It's
and
funny
she had fun with it.
Ryan actually enjoys that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. She likes a good horror comedy. She just like things.
I
like,
love horror
she'll
comedy.
like Zombieland and Shaun of the Dead, stuff like that. She likes.
Yeah.
But like if it seems less fun and it's just like gory or like anything, like she don't really get into that.
Yeah.
But so yeah. So far, the Monsters, Slime City. I'm gonna keep track, of course. The Steve Strout on X and Instagram and Facebook. I'll be posting what I'm watching all month. I'll probably put up little clips on TikTok of what I'm watching. I think I did that last year, and people seemed interested in it. So
cool.
want to keep up, of course, each episode we'll probably talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not consistent with posting about it, but I'll do my best. But we'll definitely talk about what we're watching here.
Yeah, for sure.
2 things that come out tomorrow, but by the time you guys hear this, it will be available. Disney Plus, you can check out The Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
Well, actually, it's just called Haunted Mansion.
That was really good.
So that one will be available.
That poor movie
as of
got
the 4th.
put up against goddamn Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
And didn't do that good in theater, but it was fucking really good. Like, watch it. Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Oh, Frank Reynolds in a haunted house. I'm excited to see that.
He is hilarious. Add that.
Attack of the Haunted.
People
Rumham.
listening, if you didn't watch Haunted Mansion, if you watched the old Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy and you enjoyed it, you'll fucking love this one.
Looking forward to seeing it. And then also available on, I believe, Peacock and Sci-Fi USA.
Ooh, Chucky.
Chucky Season 3 begins tomorrow night. So again, that'll be out. You can watch it. And the cool thing about this season is it will be out the next day on the streaming services. So on the 5th, you'll be able to check out the first episode. Maybe even more. I don't know if they're putting out just one at a time, but I heard that we're supposed to get 4 episodes now, and then I believe we're getting the other 4 in January. Or maybe they're shooting the other 4 in January. I'm not quite sure. But I know we're only getting half of the season right now.
I wonder if it's anything to do with the strikes.
Oh, yeah. That's
so
what it is.
Cut it off in the middle.
Yeah.
That's fair. We'll take a month of it. And then, did you check out any of the new American Horror Story?
Oh, yeah.
Kardashian, whatever it is.
Yeah, we did watch that, yeah.
How?
2 episodes in so far. I gotta say, it's probably one of the more interesting seasons that I have watched.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Just how they're giving this girl these...
Does she suck?
These medications and
which one of the Kardashians is in it?
It's Kim.
Is she like shitty? Is she like awful, or is she like actually okay?
She's all right.
Or are you just like waiting for her to die?
Actually, I expected her to be killed off. Well, never mind. I don't want to say anything.
Sooner? Is that what you're gonna
I
say?
expected her to be killed off sooner.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna leave it at that. So,
Does she blink twice as she gets killed off? She's still alive? I mean, oh yeah, that's all right. People don't, and nobody's probably watching it except Kardashian fans.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's cool. The whole idea of like a spider baby thing sounds kind of neat.
Yeah,
so
it's real cool.
It's something to watch.
I've been watching the Daryl Dixon show.
Oh yeah,
that's been pretty good. It's like weird shit happening. Like the zombies got like fucking acid or something on their skins that are like burning.
Oh, I thought you meant they were like hallucinating
They're
zombies, like they're all tripping.
Yeah. No,
where's the fish concert?
Like I'm waiting to see where that goes, but
Barter fair.
It's definitely less like later Walking Dead got less about the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
More about drama and shit, which a bit on here, but it's just cool seeing Daryl be a badass because when it comes down to it, he's probably the best character on the show.
Maybe it's going to be called The Walking Dead Head now. That's about like hippies. hippie zombies.
Moving on.
Okay.
The Walking Dead Head.
I can't think of nothing else really to mention right now as far as things that I've watched. I think that about covers it.
I think you're probably right. So yeah, stay tuned over the next few weeks. We gave you ideas some of the stuff we're going to be doing.
You know where to find us.
You know where to find us.
If you're up here in the Northwest, come out and say hi.
We told you about all them events. If you missed it, rewind the episode and do it because we're not saying it again.
Well, just finish this episode and then don't rewind. Just start it over because then that counts as another listen.
Take notes too.
Yeah.
Bring a notebook. Take some notes. But no, yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Hopefully, you guys enjoy what we do. Of course, if you do, keep listening. Leave a review and this and that. Be sure you heard at the top of the episode, we're a part of the Deluxe Edition Network. Be sure to check out some of our friends over there too. There's a group of over 20 independent podcasts, all different genres, sports, comedy, horror, movies, pop culture, everything, all kinds of stuff. There's a ton of shows. Every month we have a 2 podcasts a month on the Deluxe Edition Network. We have the Graveyard Club and Terror Tuesday this month. So go check all them out.
And speaking of horror, I mean, if we haven't been talking about enough horror here today, go check out our friends at Spoil My Movie, also a part of the Den. So they have a new episode out right now, and they're basically having a standoff with The Creature from the Black Lagoon versus The Wolfman. So they're just picking those 2 movies apart.
They're debating.
Or those 2 characters or whatever. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to have to go listen and check it out. So
yeah, definitely.
Hopefully you guys do the same.
Definitely. So yeah, the Deluxe Edition Network. Go join us there. All the shows are available at deluxeeditionnetwork.com. Find all the shows, links to all the shows, links to us. But you don't need that because you listen to us right now. So do that. Go visit our Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You can get access to all the stuff we put there. Patreon.com/SteveCrypto. BuyMeACoffee.com/SteveCrypto. Same idea. Leave us a tip. We're all over social media. We're on Facebook. Go head over to Expedition Roasters. Get some coffee. Drink some coffee with us.
Yeah.
Drink some coffee while you're listening to us.
Let us know what flavors you got.
Get that discount, Steve Crypto at checkout. And
we just want to save you $1 or $2.
And let's have a good fucking spooky season. And let us know, like I said, what you're watching, what you're doing to celebrate, what's going on in your neighborhood, kind of spooky stuff, haunts, anything. Get in touch. You know where to find us.
Yep.
Because you already did. Good job. Give yourself a pat on the back.
We're proud of you.
And we will see you on 128.
That's right.
And you cannot wait for 128.
Steve gave you the rhyme this time.
Trick or treat, motherfuckers.
Happy Halloween, bitch.
Hey, wait, don't leave yet. Since you guys have been so nice, we're going to give you another little treat and play another Jeff Whitmire song. So check out Get Reanimated, and we told you how to find his music, so go check it out. Happy Halloween.
They're gonna get reanimated. Animated. Hey! Well, they ain't resurrected me. Check it out. They're gonna get reanimated. He's a modern Frankenstein or a Frankenstein, and now you're running out of time. Hey, hey, hey! So don't decay. reanimated. Say, you're the daughter of the dean? Don't you pout, he's gonna get reanimated. Hey, hey, soon you will find the only ones of the human flesh of any kind. Hey, 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 come out and pay. Qualities are games, so just hand him your bread. If you got a coupon, he may throw in some head. There ain't no warranty, but your reviews have been great. And so before you say no, don't you say no, don't you say hey! Get the walker of your dreams, chug it up. They're gonna get reanimated. Hey! Crazy side effects it seems. Just check out. He's gonna get reanimated. You may